Hello again. I have one more, I think, very helpful practice and insight to share with you. And it has to do with the fact that our bodies haven't changed in maybe, 300,000 years, okay? Our brains, prefrontal cortex may have gone through a little bit of development, but the rest of our brain hasn't really changed. And the reason I bring this up is that we live in a world now where the stressors, the level of stress and things that we have to do just on a day-to-day basis to get through life, are extraordinary. And there's only so much that your body can handle and cope with and deal with, right, as the adrenals and the cortisols and all these things are produced, before you reach a kind of tipping point or breaking point. And then it doesn't take but one straw that breaks the camel's back, one more event that can throw you over the edge. And then all kinds of things can happen. I mean, adrenal fatigue and immune system breaking down and issues with your nervous system in different ways. And I mean, any number of different symptoms can come up, and you might wonder, well, where's this coming from? Okay, so the technique that we use to help mitigate this is a very simple technique. It's an inner dialogue, basically between your frontal lobe, the you that is doing the thinking and the talking and everything right now, and listening, and your body, or perhaps those more primal parts of your brain, neurobiologically. But it's a very simple thing. Basically, you just want to have a little dialogue with your body, saying, "Look, it's going to be all right. This is normal now." In 2018, we get into a metal tube and we fly at 600 miles an hour, 30,000 feet in the air, and land, 12 hours away from where we were, and we can handle it. And we get in a tin can with 4 wheels on it. We go 80 miles an hour. And we have 1,000 different things that we have to get our kids ready through during the day. And so all these things that, 100,000 years ago, 10, 20,000 years ago, that would have felt like life and death. If you were rushing to gather your children, it was because, there was a lion about to enter the village and eat everybody, or, a volcano or something that was literally life or death. So the body is still built and hasn't changed from those old, more life or death situations. Okay, so imagine that, right? You're just rushing to get your kids together and fed and get them to school, and your body thinks it's life or death. So the adrenaline response, the cortisol, the fight, flight, or freeze response can kick into a level that mentally you're like, no, it's cool. This is just what we do. But you've got to get your body up to speed. Okay, and in fact, there's a saying that I learned in my shamanic training with the Healing the Light Body School of Four Winds Society, that the body doesn't know the difference between a surgeon's knife and a mugger's knife. Same thing. It has the same biological response, even though you know better here in your frontal lobe. Okay, so every part of our body and everything other than the frontal lobe literally has not changed in several 100,000 years. So these new technologies, the new ways that we do things, the new faster, more complex lifestyle. One of the ways that I've experimented with this over the years is that like going into ice cold ocean, 54-degree ocean here in California, and without a wetsuit. And if you jump in water like that, it's sort of this, you sort of have this panic response, the breathing and the, that kind of thing, right? But when I learned this, all I had to do was tell my body, look, and it's because the body thinks you don't know what you're doing. The body thinks you're going in and you're going to stay in here and you're going to die of hypothermia. And that's all it knows. Whereas you might know better. So what you want to do is you tell your body, look, I'm about to get in this cold water. but I'm only going in for a few minutes. We're going to be all right. And then you can walk calmly into that water. No reaction in your body. Okay? We understand that mind-body connection in terms of the other direction where we can work ourselves up, right? We can think a bunch of thoughts that just create a kind of panic and hyperventilation and all kinds of things. So it's true the other way around, and it works amazingly well. So, next time you find yourself in some sort of stressful situation, which is just about, 10 times a day, right? Just make sure you do that inner dialogue. Let your body know it's going to be all right. This is normal. It's what we do now. And you'll find that you're able to lower the stress levels that way, where they matter, right? Where they matter in your body, and keep your health, keep your immune system up. It'll really mitigate the stress response in that very simple way. Very simple. You have it just like you're talking to yourself. Talk to your body. Look, it's going to be all right. There's nothing, you're not going to die. Everything's fine. And you'll see how that works. So that's my recommendation for today. Of course, any questions, don't hesitate. shamanjon.com or john@shamanjon.com. All right. Thanks so much.